Hey, it's Kevin Begley hanging out here at Little Pub in Fairfield for another Star 99.9 Acoustic Session. We're so excited for this one today. I'm here with lead singer Lukas from Lukas Graham. Hey, Lukas.
Hey, Kevin.
How's it going?
Very, very good. I mean, we just had a great sound check, and we just talked about how lovely the room is. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, Little Pub's a great spot. And I have some exciting news. We just started playing your new song, Cheat Code,
Oh, thank
on
you.
Star today.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We'll play that today, of course.
Nice. It's such a great song. The first time I heard it, I loved it. And the thing that I love on your Instagram is the video of was it your manager reacting to it for the first time?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, I think it's always interesting filming these reactions real time and
Yeah.
not trying to like recreate it. And I didn't even know my guy Fred was filming that day, but I remember press and play. We were in Kisso's studio in LA, and Lassie, he's such a physical guy.
Yeah.
Like you just see him, he's bopping along, like sitting in his little it was a moment.
That must make you feel good, though, like because you play it for the first time to see him react like that.
Oh, completely. Like we worked together for more than a decade.
Yeah.
Same managers, Lassie and Casper from back home in Denmark. They live in LA now, but they're honest, you know.
Yeah.
Like I've been working with them for more than 10 years. When I play them a song, they like it, they don't like it. They can listen through the demo. They can let me know if they think the lyrics aren't really there, or is there something missing? You know what I mean? And I like that.
Now, when the song was finished, did you know you had something where you're like, oh, this is going to be great?
The day we wrote it and we recorded the first demo, the three of us, me, Kisso, Autumn, we were looking at each other and it was like, this feels like something,
like magic. Like this is going to be cool.
But I mean, it was just the three of us who thought that, which is a nice little indication. But it was great. Then we played it for the first manager, Casper. A few months later, played it for Lassie.
Yep.
And
And over your career, I mean, you've had some huge songs with 7 Years and Mama Said and Love Someone. So those songs at this point, when you play those live now, do they almost feel like cover songs? Because people are so into it. Because I always wonder that with artists when their huge hits become so big. I remember the Killers said one time about Mr. Brightside, it feels like it's not theirs anymore. Because when they play it live, do you feel that way when you're playing them to the fans?
I would say every song that's released kind of stops being mine.
Yeah.
And it becomes yours.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
But that being said, a song like Take 7 Years, the song means something different to me now. Like I was 24 when I wrote it.
Yeah.
But now I passed the 30-year mark. Like the things I was singing about, I have the Wi-Fi I was dreaming of. I have the kids I was dreaming of. I'm traveling the world now, and I wasn't when I wrote the song, you know. So it's like I'm living my own prophecy. Like this song became like a little self-prophetic piece that I'm like, now I just need to wait and see. Will my kids come and visit once or twice a month? You know?
It's so funny. Do those things go through your head when you're playing it live, like when you're singing it?
Like if I'm really unlucky, I will start thinking about all these lyrics I wrote down.
Yeah.
And I really try and bring it back to the moment because it means I'm not present.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yeah.
Like I love being like in my fields, looking at the audience, you know, I can get some eye contact. I can see some stories unfolding almost. Like you can see like parents with their kids, or you see like a couple standing.
It's great.
And sometimes when my body stops doing the work and my head takes over, I'm thinking of this whole, soon I'll be 30 years old. I'm like, that's 5 years ago now. And it's a little unnerving.
Yeah.
Like that I know the song so well now that my brain starts taking a little wander.
Yeah.
Off to the left, and I need to bring it back center.
It's like you need to just listen to it on your own again, just like in one room by yourself in headphones.
It's one of the reasons why we never sound check with that particular song.
Yeah.
Because it's like the lyrics will start, because there's no repetition in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all new lyrics, new lyrics.
Right.
So there's a high chance of making a mistake on that song.
Yeah.
So we never sound check with it.
And do you, now that you have your own kids, do you think about that ever? Maybe writing a follow-up to it or something like that, you know, and now that you're a parent to your own kids?
I've written a few parenting songs. Lullaby is my favorite because I realized growing up, like when I become an adult, I realized that we grew up like quite poor.
Yep.
And the opening lines is like, I'll give you everything I never had.
Yeah.
But now I have it, I don't need it. Like figuring out that we were always rich, we just didn't have any money.
Yeah.
Trying to teach my kids that.
Right. That's what I try to teach. Do you feel like with kids that, because I feel like it would always enter your mind when you're writing a song, like, you're thinking of writing, about your kids or about your family. Do you try to sort of, change that mindset when you're writing?
Sometimes, but I also think sometimes you should just go with it.
Yeah.
Like I wrote 20 songs about my father passing away. I didn't release all 20.
Right.
I released like basically just one.
Yeah.
And I think you sometimes have to write the wrong songs to write the right songs. It sounds a little silly, but some songs want to be written.
Yeah.
And they need to be finished and done and recorded, and then you can move on from there.
Yeah.
Because I can't, like, I have 2 kids, number 3's on the way, but I couldn't write a whole album about being a dad. Like,
Right.
I would get bored, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming someone else would get bored too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And congratulations. You have
Thank
another one on
you.
the way. Do your kids ever ask? So my daughter's 5 and my other daughter's 2, and they always ask about the radio station. Like, what is this? What are you doing? Do your kids ask a lot about, what's your job? Because I always think that's funny when they ask me that.
Sometimes, I mean, my oldest, I've brought her on tour and she's seen a lot of concerts. The youngest understood it a little quicker, I think. But they still ask, like, why do you have to leave us?
Yeah, that's...
And it's like, well, Dad needs to go to work. And first I had this explanation of paying bills, but then I'm like, that doesn't even... It's like, I could have retired, so you can't use that as an excuse anymore.
Yeah.
And I said, it makes me happy when I go and sing. And
Yeah,
like,
that's a great answer.
And then my oldest daughter asked, well, aren't you happy when you're here with us? And I was like, yeah, I'm also happy when I'm here with you. And then we just kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, when I sing or when I dance, I'm happy too, Dad, so I get it. Like,
oh, that's great.
and it was a nice moment.
Yeah. Kids
Yeah.
are so, at any age, they're so sort of introspective without even knowing it. You know what I mean? Like, I notice that all the time talking to my kids.
I just try my best to never say, because I say so.
Yeah.
Like, we have this why game.
Yeah.
And we say, you can ask why as many times as you want. And then we do it to each other.
Oh, that's fun.
And my kids will keep saying, why?
Yeah.
Why? Like,
That's
and
great.
it ends up being like, well, because we have thoughts in our heads that...
Right, exactly.
But why do we do that? Because there's something called neurons, and it's super interesting. Because then
Yeah.
when I do it back to them, they're giving me some really fun,
Yeah.
like, answers.
That's great. That's so awesome. I love that. Well, congratulations on everything, the new song, Cheat Code. And so what's next in 2024? I know you're not playing full shows right now, but do you know what's coming up for the rest of the year?
I mean, my wife said it before I left. She said, why, right before your career takes off again, I get pregnant. And it's kind of become a thing. So I'm going to take September, October off and basically try and travel as much outside of those 2, like baby blackout months.
Right.
And get everything done.
That's great.
Right now we're doing radio promo and then hopefully come back to the US in 25, do a full-scale national tour. I mean, I always love touring over here. I guess mainly because we grew up listening to so much American music that going all over this country was like the boyhood dream.
Yeah, and now you're living it.
And now we've done it a few times and probably want to do it a few times more. And
That's awesome.
yeah, keep it going till we can't perform no more.
Well, congrats again on all your success. Good luck with everything with your family and
Thank
with your
you.
career going forward.
And thank you for having us. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for doing it for us. Lukas from Lukas Graham, Star 99.9.